Hi and welcome to the World Cricket Fans final edition of this year's IPL. It's been an amazing tournament. It's lasted forever. We don't want it to end, but unfortunately today we have the final and two worthy finalists. KKR Hetiyar versus Whistle Pudu CSK. Will it be the fourth star for CSK or will it be the third star for KKR? It's going to be an epic final if it goes by what we've just seen in the last two games, and also the last game in the UAE between the two teams. So we're looking forward to this brilliant show that we've got. We've got Australia in the house. We've got America in the house. We've got Ahmedabad via Agra in the house. We've got Udaipur in the house. England in the house, and we've also got Delhi in the house. So across the board today, we will see what happens, who wins it, who takes it home, and will it be 300th game captain lucky for MS Dhoni, or will it be Owen Morgan, first time England captain to hold that golden trophy award? Welcome, guys. Hope you're well. Let's start with the head-to-heads, Jaydeep. Okay, so 24 clashes. And CSK have won 6, including the last 5. So a quick poll to the panel. Who is going to win? If you think CSK will win today, put your hand up. So we've got the 2 CSK fans thinking they will win. And that means the rest are probably going for a KKR victory. And as we've just seen, KKR have won the toss and are batting second. Is that a big advantage? Will that determine the outcome of this final? We'll have to wait and see, because at the last 8 games in Dubai, the team batting second has won. And obviously, what we know today, there will be a World Cup winning coach who will be a Kiwi, and a World Cup winning captain, which will be either MS Dhoni or Owen Morgan. So first to Deep, as a neutral fan, who are you going for today and why?
So I think it's KKR's game. The reason being that they have won the toss and they have elected to field on this particular ground. And we have seen that, as stats suggest, in last eight encounters on this particular stadium, that the team that was chasing won the match. So that goes in favor of KKR. And another thing is that CSK won almost all the matches in this season while chasing, not while batting first. That against, and KKR also, they have 100% record this season while chasing. So that again goes for KKR. And third thing that goes in favor of KKR is that in IPL finals, CSK, they have a poor record while batting first as compared to while chasing. So I think if we look at the pattern, past records, I think that goes in favor of KKR right now.
Yes, and obviously to Sameh here, your record against KKR has been phenomenal. You know, you've won the last nearly 5 games. I think you've nearly beaten them out of 5 out of 6 games. You've beaten them. So, you know, you have done really, really well. So you have the mental edge over KKR. However, you've lost the one final to them. How big is this mental edge in this game? And do you think that's going to push Dhoni to pick up the Gold Cup?
Yeah, to be honest, Paji, as Deep has mentioned, there are some things which are not in controllables of captains while toss. At the toss, who is choosing, who is batting first, who is bowling first. But yeah, definitely that gives the extra edge coming onto the field to KKR. And no matter of fact what was in 2012, because that was very long past, like very long behind, like it's even 9 years. Many things have changed. We have seen different batsmen coming in CSK's top order, in KKR as well. Things are changing a lot, but definitely yes, as Deepak also mentioned, that it has not been good record of CSK. Like they are playing their ninth final, and they have so far won only three from that. It is a fact, as we say for RCB, that they haven't won any final, and they don't have any trophy. Same with DC, like they don't have the DC doesn't have a trophy. Same applies with like CSK, that they have played eight finals and they have won only three. So definitely that's something which has to be looked for, like while playing, and a good target has to be chased down, like set
And
down
Deepak
for
just
KKR
pointing
to
out
chase
that
down.
there's 5 players constant from that 2012 final. So this is telling you the history of the two teams. They have a long history of success. I know KKR have only reached 2 finals, but each time they've managed to bring it home. Yeah, Tarak, as a neutral fan today, are you MS Dhoni? I was expecting you to wear the yellow shirt, your Dhoni shirt today. Are you going for KKR or are you going for CSK?
I am going for absolutely no one, because I have seen so much of destruction in last couple of days. First I supported DC with RCB, and that went on to that last ball and DC lost it again. I supported DC against the CSK, DC lost it again. I supported RCB lost it again, and qualifier two, we know what happened. So I'm not in a position to take another heartbreak. So I'm going to enjoy this game. As a neutral fan, I don't care, whosoever wants to win, he can win. My team is out, so I'm out of hopes, and even I don't know what to say. But looking onto the stats, and as Geek mentioned that another stats here, KKR has never ever lost a final match. But final is the thing here, that whosoever comes with the best sort of minds of present, takes the game. It's not like this, if stats says something, you can't win. There was another stats before the game against BC and KKR, that Kolkata Knight Riders have never won a qualifier too, but that was just broken on that day. So I feel Chennai Super Kings, if they present themselves in good condition, if they open the clicks, then you never know what game can they present. And if they go beyond a score of 185, it might be turned over. Though Chennai Super Kings have only a 30% win record in finals, I think Chennai Super Kings are not going to be let down in this match. They're going to fight really, really hard, because this could be the last match of MS Dhoni as a captain playing for the Chennai Super Kings. So they really want to make it count.
That's
You
it
ne-
with
you
300 and
never
proud.
know. You never know.
300 and proud for Dhoni to win on his 300th matches captain would be absolutely massive. Prasanna, to yourself, are we expecting one of your famous rants if CSK lose, or do you think you are happy just to be in the final to get here? Because if you look at the start of the season, nobody would have tipped CSK to get to where they are.
Yeah, and I think the one thing that staggers me is that CSK have lost more finals than won. I mean, that itself is like another thing altogether. And the head-to-head record against CSK KKR, I think it's like 17-9, including the CL T20. And out of those 9 games that KKR have won, 8 of those games are won while KKR have been chasing. And KKR have won both of their finals chasing. So chasing does seem a good thing for them, because they know how to restrict teams, and they can chase the target, and they have done well for a few games now. But I think CSK, we need to start well. I mean, this is a final. You cannot. This is what you as a player and you as a fan, you've been waiting for to see all your life. If you're a player playing your first time, like Ruturaj Gaikwad, who's playing, he didn't play for CSK in the final before, but now he's playing his first final, and he's been phenomenal this season. If he doesn't score today, God forbid, then all those runs before don't count for anything, to be fair. That is no disrespect to him, but that's the reality. And you could not have performed before, but today is your chance to perform. So this final presents opportunities for every one of you. And as a fan, you want your team to reach a final. You want your team to be celebrating finals like this. And it's like I'm sure I don't want to take it off context, but as a football fan, you want to be at Wembley Stadium during a final. That is you want to be in a final, and you want to experience winning trophies, and you want to win things. But at the same time, you have to be we have to take the game as it is, from first to last, from the first ball, the first over, till the last ball of the 20th over, the second innings. You have to be on guard. You cannot afford to slack off for even a second. I think KKR got away with the last game. I think it was a very easy chase. At a point of time, they didn't require even 4 runs per over. But I think they slacked off heavily because they think, oh, this is going to be an easy chase. And they nearly lost it. And on another day, they could have definitely lost it. So it's these things that I think you need to take care of, and small minor details like today could be even decided by a easy drop catch. I mean,
and that's true. And that a lot of the IPL, I look back at the DC game and I say the 2 runs Shreyas Iyer gave away right at the end actually did cost them the match, because otherwise, if he only
the
gave
drop
one
catch by
away,
Ashwin, just like 2 or 3 years before that, even that as well. It's those small things that make huge differences. You never know. At that point, when he dropped the catch, I was thinking, okay, they're just going to win. But at the end of the day, when you see it, you're thinking, oh, the drop catch, they could have won them the game. So you never know. You have to be on your game from start to finish. You cannot afford to drop your intensity even for a second.
Yeah, that's true. And Nick, good timing for yourself. Jaydeep, if you hit the batting order for CSK KKR, the big run scorers, who do we have? Who are scoring the runs? So we've got Shubhman, Rahul, and Rana. The 3 consistent parts. Out of the 3, obviously Tripathi is the last hero of the match. To Anek, who's going to be scoring the runs for KKR today?
I think one name missing there. Maybe he has not scored as many runs, but he's more impactful than any of the players. Is Venkatesh Iyer. So I think he'll be the person who scores the maximum amount of runs. So I think Shubman, Rahul, and Nitish Rana have had their moments at times, and I had moments where they were not as consistent as we would like them to be as KKR fans. But yes, they have more or less performed throughout the season. But the one name I have to say is Venkatesh Iyer. He has carried us through the entire second half of the season. But what I'm more disappointed about as a KKR fan is the two of our star players, Morgan and Karthik, not performing. So I think it's very concerning for us as KKR fans going into the final for them not performing. So I have a very good strategy, Paji. I think what we should do as KKR fans, I think we should drop Morgan, right? And we should put in Russell. And when the first half of the innings is done, as the batting is done, what we should do is we should say that Shubman Gill, he needs rest. And instead of Shubman Gill, we'll place Morgan, and Morgan will stay there and we'll be the captain. Meanwhile, Dinesh Karthik is listed as the captain, but Morgan will be the captain in the field. So in that way, you can have Russell and Morgan both together. So I think that's a brilliant strategy that KKR need to apply today to win the match. So yeah, today
something? I had the same thought this morning. I actually
Well,
woke
the
up
foreigner
this
score
morning.
will be affected though.
I actually woke up this morning and I thought, you know what KKR should do? They should drop Morgan, and then obviously take Russell off the pitch whilst they're fielding, and Morgan should come on. And when Morgan needs to bowl, it would be amazing to see that, because obviously, I'm the big fan of Morgan, because I think his captaincy, his leadership, and the respect he's got getting the group together has really outweighed that. So he's done fantastic on there. So if we go to CSK, Jaydeep, the records for CSK. And no surprise, we got Gaikwad just 23 runs away from the orange cap. Faf on 547 and Moeen. And Faf and Moeen haven't performed in the last few games, but Gaikwad has Samay. Do we see Gaikwad getting the orange cap today?
I'm expecting him to perform in the big match, and no wonder if he performs like with his bat, whatever the result is, if it goes in CSK favor or not. I'm expecting Ruturaj Gaikwad to play brilliantly, because as Indian point of view, he has been brilliant throughout the IPL, and he is the most emerging player for me throughout in this Vivo IPL. Because Venkatesh Iyer also performed in like second leg of the IPL, and the sample size is very small. Also, if you see other bowlers or other batsmen, the sample size is small. The sample size of the impact has been not that good or that great what Ruturaj has shown in CSK. Like he himself has carried along like many matches or most of the runs in power play for CSK in this season. So definitely, yes, I'm looking forward for that.
And Deep, today, we've heard a lot of stuff in the media. The team that wins the power play will win the match. So do you think that will be vital today? Because obviously we've got 2 sets of really good openers. KKR with the Shubman Gill Iyer combination is a very, very lethal combination. And obviously from Faf and Gaikwad is also very powerful for CSK. Do you think that's going to happen?
Yeah, usually in the IPL history, we have seen that if a player has been performing really well throughout the league, he fails in the final. So I'm expecting that to happen. The law of averages will hit hard CSK in the power play. So I think that the power play will go in favor of KKR. And
Wow.
yes,
We will
yeah.
see. We will see if that happens. So if we go into the bowlers, JD, KKR bowlers. So we have Varun 18, Narine 14, and Lockie 13. Yatarat, the Varun Chakravarty Sunil Narine partnership, plus Shakib as the third spin if he plays today. CSK only have really Jadeja and Moeen. So that battle is going to be also. How do you think Varun and Narine combination will be important for today's game?
I think spinners today are going to play a sideline role because on a pitch like Dubai, this is especially a pitch which hasn't been used, and the tendency of this pitch is to stop a bit and then come on to the bat. So I think play spinners are going to play a sideline role. The main focus would be on how Lockie, Ferguson, and Shivam Mavi are going to bowl. Shivam Mavi was absolutely excellent in the previous match. I never thought he would be able to rehab from that 6 4 it would show him, but he did, and the way he's bowling now, he's absolutely on his money. So I think more than the spinners, yes, Varun Chakravarty and Sunil Rana are going to be crucial, but I think it's more dependent on how Rocky Ferguson in with Venkatesh. I also see Venkatesh here bowling today because I think spinners might be costlier today for KKR, and I see Rocky Ferguson to be the MVP if KKR is winning today.
Okay, Lockie Ferguson, and we know Ravi Jadeja ended Prasidh Krishna. Somebody who I thought is very average player and bowler, but he's ended his career. He's khatam, as Rahul Gandhi says. He ended the career of Prasidh Krishna with that 1 over of 20. I think it's 22 runs of that over. And then Shivan Mavi has come in and he's done wonders. And the two bowlers I was really looking forward to about 2 or 3 years ago was Nagarkoti and Mavi. And to this season, we have seen Mavi come to the table and the party because he's not bowling just quick. He's bowling the variations and he's doing really, really well. So we will go now to the CSK bowlers. And we have obviously Lord Thakur, Lord of Lords at 18. Bravo and Deepak on 13. So we've got two bowlers on 13 wickets, which is pretty good. And Ravi Jadeja on 11. So to Prasanna, what do you think is going to be key bowler for CSK? Obviously, they will now have to defend the target.
I think that the start becomes very crucial because when we the first and the second half were complete contrast for someone like a Deepak Chahar. We saw Deepak Chahar in the first half, he done bits, and the second half he was very average. And I think that's partly due to the fact that he has not been able to find swing. When Deepak Chahar finds swing, he is able to feast on conditions. When he's not able to find swing, he struggles because he doesn't have that much space with him. And I think Josh Hazlewood has done extremely well. Apart from that one game against Tara, I think he's been fairly good. He's taken crucial wickets, and obviously Thakur is just been at another level. I mean, you saw like from the England tour, his confidence has just gone high, and this season, and it's kind of been like a wonderful season for him, and obviously him getting into the squad for the World T20 as well, that can give him an extra boost of confidence. So he can. I personally think he could avenge the 2019, the last ball when he got LBW. He could possibly win it for CSK this time. I'm not saying he will, but he could possibly. And Dwyane Bravo, we all know what he brings to the table. One of the most experienced people you need when you're defending a target. You know that he can get with the slow balls. You know the variety of pace he's showing. So I think the start will be very crucial because you're coming up against Shubhman Gill and Venkatesh Iyer, Venkatesh Iyer. I think the reasons for one of the main reasons for KK batting well in the second half is because of Venkatesh Iyer. Let's not make no bones about it. He has been brilliant.
Yeah, and we might see Venkatesh Iyer get into the World Cup team, and I'd be happy with that. So drop Hardik, forget Hardik. Hardik's mentally gone. He's shattered. He can't bowl. Should not be classed as an all-rounder. He should be gone, and Venkatesh Iyer should be coming into the team. That's my selection. I'm going to hand you over to Jaideep now, who will go through the teams. Jaideep, your show.
Thank you so much, Sandeep. I'll firstly present the Chennai Super Kings playing 11. Then we'll do a bit of analysis on that. Chennai Super Kings playing 11: Ruturaj, Gaikwad, amazing form, Faf du Plessis, Robin Thappa, Moeen Ali, Ambati Raidu, MS Dhoni, Ravindra Jadeja, Shardul Thakur, Dwyane Bravo, Deepak Chahar, and Josh Hazelwood. Firstly, I would rate very high in this CSK batting lineup is the inclusion of Robin Uthappa. See, Suresh Raina was not at all looking in his touch. He used to be in previous seasons, but Robin Uthappa has done some good for CSK in the last match. He scored a quick fire 50 and which turned the match around for the Chennai Super Kings. So I'll go to Samay. Samay, your views on this?
Sorry.
Your views on Robin Uthappa?
Yeah, like in the match when he was included, like I was pretty sure that he will be the person who will be into the 11 if you're putting Rana as out and not any young player. And the only reason is the experience, and we have seen that in the last match, because when you needed a performance from the player, there is a saying that big players come play into big matches, and that's where I felt like DC were lost in, I think, qualifier one, where they wanted like their big players or someone there to guide some, like captain like Rishabh Pant, who is like very young, to let to know whom to bowl at what position and things like that. So definitely the experience of Uthappa will be the key in that batting lineup.
Okay, so as we are left with very few time, I'll straight away go to the KKR batting lineup. KKR playing 11, Shubhman Gill, Venkatesh Iyer, Nitish Rana, Rahul Tripathi, Dinesh Karthik, Owen Morgan, Shakib Al Hassan, Sunil Narine, Lockie Ferguson, Shivam Mavi, and Varun Chakravarty. So I'll go to you, Anek. Anek, one inclusion that I really think that have done wonders for KKR is inclusion of Shakib Al Hassan, because you had two spinners there, and inclusion of one more spinner would have successfully put some extra pressure on the opponent teams you are playing against. So your views on Shakib Al Hassan?
Yeah, Shakib, I've always rated him as a very high or very highly rated all-rounder. But I think personally in this team, he should bat higher up the order, not necessarily at number 7 or number 8. But having said that, I think this was a perfect pitch for Russell to come in. So I didn't quite understand that move of leaving out Russell. Is he still injured? I don't know. I don't think so, because if you saw the cameras pointing at him, he was very depressed, and it clearly showed that he was very sad about not being in the team and not being involved. So I think he's perfectly fit. Morgan and McCullum have chosen not to play him in this match, which can be a very, very costly decision if Shakib does not play well. And yeah, like I said, secondly, the best option was to drop Morgan and put Russell in, but realistically speaking, that would never happen. But yeah, having said that, they backed their players. They are going with what worked for them in the past, and they are hoping that will carry them through in this match. So what I'm looking forward to is Morgan stepping up in this match. I've been saying this for the past two times I've been in here, and Paji has also rated Morgan very highly. Everyone has made good points on how Morgan has been such a great batsman of the past, but he needs to step up today. Nothing doing, nothing saying. He has to step up. I don't know otherwise what will happen, because Karthik is not playing that well. Shakib is playing down the order, so it's all on Morgan, I think.
Okay. Prasanna, quickly, we have only 1 minute left.
Yeah, so the thing is, Shakib is playing well. So what case do you have for him to drop and to take Russell? And second thing is, when something is broken, why try to fix it? When things is not broken, why try to fix it? You just go with what is working, and I think that's what KKR have done.
Yep. And Deep, finally to you, as a neutral fan, how would you rate Dinesh Karthik, a finisher?
Yeah, I think as long as he plays 10 balls and the team is expecting him to score 20, I think he's doing a great job. But if you expect him to score 30s, 40s and finish the game, then I think you are expecting too much from the current DK.
Yep. Okay, so we'll move to our last round, that is prediction round. The last round of Vivo IPL 2021 from our fans dugout show. I'll go to Deep first. Deep, your power play score and number of wickets in first power play. Just remember only one word.
Yeah, 2 wickets and the score is 40.
Okay, Samay.
45, 1 wicket.
Prasanna.
45 no.
Anek.
48 for him.
48 for?
1 wicket.
Okay, Yatharth.
47 for Varun.
40. Sandy Paji.
37 for 1. I'll go for 10 runs shorter.
Everyone has sticked around to 40, 45, but Sandy Paya has come with some different opinions for 37. I'll go with my next question. Deep, what do you think is going to be the batsman to look out for from both the sides?
Fab du Plessis from Chennai Super Kings, and then I'll go with another opener, Shubman Gill from KKR.
Samay.
Yeah, I will go with either Fa for Uthappa and from KKR Venkatesh Iyer.
Prasanna.
For CSK, Ruturaj Gaikwad, and from KKR, interestingly, I'll go for Nitish Rana.
Okay. Anne.
Yeah, for CSK with the bat, Lord Thakur will deliver and Sunil Narine will deliver from KKR. I'm not jinxing anyone.
Batsman.
Batsman only, I said.
Narine is the batsman.
Oh, wow. Yatharth.
Robin Uthappa and Nitish Rana.
Sandy Paji.
I'll go for Gaikwad and I'll go for Shubman. Punjabi brother, man. Punjabi brother. Gotta go for the Punjabi brother.
Okay. So, bowler to watch out for from both the teams. Anek, I'll go to you first.
Yeah, Lockie, Ferguson and Josh Hazelwood. And no,
I was expecting Sunil Narine and Shardul Thakur themselves. I'll go to Deep next.
Yeah, so from CSK is going to be DJ Bravo, and from KKR is going to be Sunil Narine.
Yatharth.
Ferguson and Deepak Chahar.
Samay.
Lockie Ferguson as the KKR is bowling first and CSK will defend, so DJ Bravo.
Prasanna.
Varun Chakravarty for KKR, and for CSK, Josh Hazelwood.
Okay, great. Sandy Pa.
Deepak Chahar for CSK, and I'll go for Lockie for I think if the one who gets the openers out will win.
Okay, so last question of fans dugout of Vivo IPL 2021. I know your opinions about which team is going to win the IPL, but I'll just ask the man of the match. Firstly, Yatharth.
I think it's going to be CSK, and the man of the match is maybe Jadeja.
Deep.
KKR and Shubman Gill.
Samay.
CSK and Jadeja or Shardul Thakur.
Prasanna.
CSK and I'll probably say Jadeja.
Okay, great. We have Jadeja majority here. Anne.
KKR Morgan.
Wow. Sandy Pa.
KKR and Shubman. I'll go for Shubman.
Okay. Thank you so much for your opinions, guys. It was lovely hosting you all, and I would like to thank all the panelists who joined us, gave us some of their expert opinions, and also as it's the last show, I would like to thank all our hosts who hosted these show in different matches. Sandeepa, Yatharth, Romit, Bhashya, and myself. I would like to thank you all, and you all know we want full fan engagement, but IPL is over. But you can still share your fan stories with us. We'll feature you on our social media handles. World Cup is approaching, so we'll see you soon, probably on 24th. Till then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.